Well. Hello, everyone. Happy CPI. Here we are. So I hit that sell side that we pointed out yesterday, on the news. Right, so interesting here. Very interesting. We hit a weekly low. This daily low here inside this FEG. Indices rallied, so not the honestly, I'm not the happiest about this because I wanted manipulation lower for the news, for indices to go higher. And it seems like, as you can see here, already happened. This is NQ on the daily. What I was wanting to see was maybe like a immediate rebalance, and then push higher for us to get involved in. But like right now, expansion, At least it's nice to see, like, I had pointed this out on ES during the stream, right? This little daily FEG here. We definitely closed strongly from this, closed above these highs, so it makes sense that we went for the next swing high, but Muse was already hit the just drawn liquidity, I think, honestly, for ES. We could go for all-time highs, but I don't think today, right? Because that's another 40 points. So seems like I'm gonna have to play the macros or some maybe 10 a.m. reversal. We'll have to see. Because we're gonna be gapping up for sure, obviously, right? So I will be measuring the opening range gap. I hope everyone's doing well today. Apex announced that they're having a 90% off sale for their evaluations, right? So literally a 50K account on Trade Debate's like $18.70. But to be clear, to be aware, after you pass the account, you do have to pay an activation fee. So obviously that's not the full cost of it, but like I said, I would be worried if it was really like all in like $19, right? That's just to clarify about that, because some people were like, oh no, is this like a discount like the Forex firms? No, Apex does this pretty much like once every 3 months. So last one was like 3 months ago, by the way. So if you're looking to stack accounts, now's the cheapest time to do it. The one that people always ask me is like, which one do you use? I choose the 50Ks because it's for me the most bang for my buck for the drawdown versus the target, because that's what's the hardest part, is the trailing drawdown. So the 50K is like 2,500 drawdown versus 3K profit target, versus if you go higher up, like 150K, now it's a 9K profit target and your trailing drawdown is 4,500 trailing the whole time. So that's why I don't go for those higher ones. But hey, so that's exciting, because I think they paid out 170 million so far. That's the most I've heard from any other prop firm, and that's been verified by third party. I've heard like Benzinga praise them, etc. So that's cool to see. So just in time for CPI, I think, for them to announce that. But honestly, I did talk about this the other day on my Instagram story yesterday, saying how you actually want to, if you're going to try to pass the challenge in one day, you want it to be on a day that there's high volatility, right? Otherwise, that intraday trailing drawdown is going to bite you. So you want it to be on a high impact news day, low resistance, liquidity run conditions are more likely, right? So anyway, 2 more minutes until the open. Today there's definitely, I've checked, you guys, there's no 10 a.m. news, so we just have this, that's it. But there is a bunch of 8:30 news. CPI, core retail sales, and manufacturing index. Cool. Tomorrow's unemployment claims at 8:30. So, I mean, yeah, I will measure this gap up. What's up, T-Trades? Yeah, you guys can pretty much for all the I think my code is like Tanya Trades, so I appreciate if you use my code. Definitely does help me out. I do get partial commission, and it does help out the channel. I do use money to reinvest into the channel. So yeah, there's this huge gap up here. This is now RTH hours, right? So we hit this weekly high. Yes, let's see NQ weekly. I mean, yeah. I see like I can mark this out like equal bodies. Right. Like it's just something. So we hit that swing high, which means to me it's like, okay, we hit some form of like weekly or daily liquidity before equities open. It just makes it harder now. It does. So harder conditions. Not my favorite. I wanted, like I said, I wanted manipulation down to go higher for me to play the upside. And you can't just get what you want every time. So we're gonna have to just see any possible reversals happen here. And the way I'm gonna monitor that is here on DXY. So we took that sell side, we created that 15-minute FEG, and you know how I like those. So I'm gonna see how we react here. If we end up like really coming back strongly in here and inverting it, then I'll probably look for reversals on the indices, as DXY might be getting back up to go back into the range. Because that's what she likes to do. So I'll keep this on one of my screens here. Pretty simple. Okay. So now let's see the opening range gap here on ES. Oh yeah, someone I think I saw someone in the chat said, hey, if ICT comes back in the chat today, can we please behave and act normally? I was like, word. I'm not like, I didn't read the chat too much yesterday, but whenever ICT is here, you guys are more rowdy and trying to get his attention. So, I don't know. Behave. Everyone tells me, all my friends tell me, your chat is wild. I'm like, yeah. What can I do? Not much, really. But yeah, I mean, eventually I'm gonna tell my parents, because I don't really tell anyone about YouTube and whatever. So please stay civil and act like my mom is reading the chat, because she eventually will be, because she's nosy. She'll like probably replay everything. Otherwise I'll have to turn live chat replay off, and no one will be able to see ICT stuff. Anyway, that's some real talk right there. So you gotta measure from the close of this candle to the open of this candle. And I did it like in quartiles. I do like that. We really had a huge push up there on ES. Let's see, NQ. Right. Right, we didn't even retrace to like 25%. You know, I'm not really in the mood to chase anything or anything. I mean, I'm never in the mood to chase anything, but so what I'm saying is like, this is not giving me much to work with at the moment, so I'll have to wait for macros. So I'll just like mark out 950. I'll mark out, yeah, mark 950 to 1010. And yeah, I mean, do we even manipulate lower here? No. Yeah, this is what I actually am not a fan of. Like, I wanted it to retrace at least in this hourly FEG during news and We did not, but hey, you can't get everything you want. Can't, I'm not a psychic, so. There are a bunch of psychics here in New York. I don't know, other places, other cities, like in certain areas, there's just like tarot readings. So read your palm or whatever. I actually, when I was for my 16th birthday, one of my friends wanted to do that. So after the party and everything, like we did go into one. My mom's like, very much against that, very old school and whatever. And I was like, okay, like we can't, like my mom's gonna drive us home, like we can't make sure like this, we can't tell her, right? We were in the Starbucks next door or whatever, and my friend couldn't find her phone in the car, and she just starts blurting out, "I bet the psychic stole it," and I'm like, oh my god. And then my mom was so mad. Something you remember 10 years later. Oh man, she was so mad. It's like you couldn't even keep it up for like 15 minutes. And long story short, it was just in her bag. It was the phone was still in her bag. She was just freaking out. It was like in the bottom of her bag. So crazy. Anyway, haven't been to one. It was the first and last time. And it wasn't like anything voodoo. It was like just reading a palm or whatever. Some BS. So, nothing there. I think we have more people here today than ever. Welcome if you're here, if you're new here. Pretty wild day. CPI. Yeah, so I'm gonna chill because, like, yeah, I wanted to see that. What happened with ES? Okay. Did not go into this. I think NQ did, like, during London or whatever. Ugh. Yeah, during 3. Did it even take out London low during the news? No, right? It's so annoying. Whatever. Yeah, I should have streamed earlier and just like YOLO'd some Apex evals like everyone else does. I'm just joking. Like I would get dragged for that. Even yesterday, I think some people were like saying I was gambling when I passed Apex accounts here on stream. But we did really good yesterday, honestly. Like just knowing when to pivot. It was first thinking longs, then a displace lower. How speaking was a lot of craziness. Then I saw it wasn't like closing below lows. It was wicking, so I took partials and then boom, stopped me out at the rest at the balanced price range, swing high in the FEG. Saw the displacement to the other side, retraced, flipped long, worked out. Didn't hit the buy side on the first try, but it took position off because you take the money, take the one bird in the hand, it's worth more than 2 in the bush type of thing, and then, so you can destroy conditions. Came back at the extreme of the range and discount again. And then tried second time, longs, so worked out. However here, I am really just gonna wait until like 9:50. Right, it's 9:30. 9:50. What's YM looking like? The neglected sister on this stream. She's neglected by Tanya. I know some people in the chat like to trade it. Honestly, it was pretty clean after it closed above. The weekly SIBI, just straight up. Same thing here. Kind of same thing as ES and NQ. Yeah, we're just going back to all-time highs soon. Like I said, it's probably going to be... It's been high resistance on the way up during like New York session at least. So, you know, today is CPI, but we already expanded a good amount. Yeah, so have to just wait and see. We'll see what DXY is doing here. Right? We'll see how she reacts here. I mean, honestly, it does seem like it could potentially invert this, and, you know, especially if it closes above like 50%. So we could probably get possible like 10 a.m. reversals. That's in my head right now as a possibility. Or 11, you know, 1050 macro into London close reversals. Just because of the fact that we did take some daily sell side, right? It's the 15-minute fair value gap. So I will keep an eye on, you know, it could potentially be like, you know, 2022 model to the upside there. So continue the monitoring of that. Then let's get back to the indices here. I mean, it's DXY is going up and indices are hanging around for now. We'll see if the macro starts anything. Did we take ES high of day yet? I will have an alert there if we do that, because it seems like ES is the stronger one. Yeah, we did take it out. And not yet for NQ. Okay. Where'd my little RTH gap go? Or, I'm sorry, opening range gap. Whatever you want to call it. I just like to say RTH gap sometimes because that's just like what you use to measure. Okay. Yeah, so maybe potential reversal to come back into this area. I don't know, but like I said, I'm not going to get into anything unless it's gives me a clean type of displacement to the downside, an obvious showing of the hand. Nothing yet, really. So, gotta stay patient here. Do. So I don't miss anything. I do like to put in like a little, right? So that's a little SMT, sure, but it's not like that's never my like confirmation for anything. That's maybe okay, DXY is crossing the midpoint of that fair value gap in the 15. Still got 6 minutes until 9:50-ish. I'm not like so strict about it, especially since it's like CPI. I do recognize that it's gonna move faster because of that. Okay. Did it go away again, by the way? Or am I just like, okay. Gotta drag it back here. Okay. Hope the chat is behaving right now. I'll have Castillo report back on me. Okay, so ES. Breaking a swing low there. Might have to, you know, go to the 30-second for today or the 15-second. Just because on these days, on CPI days, things do move faster. Okay, it didn't really. Okay, it didn't cleanly break this lower with a FEG. I'm not really too keen on that, so it could retrace into the premium of this leg. This could also potentially catch up. I don't know. I'm just not, like I said, there's no displacements there. You know, there are here for in case like you do think that this is the high of the morning. Sure, some people could be taking shorts there. High pressure. The pressure's on. Okay. I'm just joking around, you guys. Okay. It is breaking lower now. Honestly, it's probably better to get involved in NQ. Weaker. Slightly weaker. Right, so you can see DXY. Expanding here. Trying to frame some sort of trade here. It's rough. I mean, I do see this. It's not my favorite. That's what she's always saying. But hey, might have to. Yeah. Think about it for like one more second. See how that candle closes, or whatever. We'll see how the next 30-second candle closes, just because like it's like about to be 950, but like I can't totally figure out that stop that great. Yeah, I think I will because of that. Look at that, it's pretty good. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I'm in shorts. Oh, okay, that's what I meant to show. My bad, but anyway, I'm in shorts. Definitely here, maybe like 50%. Let's try it. Yeah. Well, that's already first target there. Okay. So, phew, I don't know. Gotta be quick. I couldn't even. How would I even say that? Right? Could barely like even get this all situated, but essentially what I was looking at was this fair value gap on NQ, and I was waiting to see just like how this wick would close within it, and that's why I entered. So I took one partial already here. Oh, the second one already happened, this 50%, so I'm just gonna take it off real quick. Book that. Alright, well, that was chaotic. But, that was chaotic. That was chaotic. But that's essentially my, trade. Sold, covered one here, this low, and another one when we hit 50% of the RTH gap drawdown, move down. We could very well go for like just CPI low, but that was all right. Gotta chill for a second. Took that on a bunch of accounts and funded accounts. Cool. So I booked $800 there, $830 one. Okay. Well, we'll see what else happens here. But like I said, yeah, CPI ends up having to be quick. Yeah. That pretty much reversal SMT. Saw decent. Said this was possible for some people that were getting in earlier. And what I was really looking at was this. Okay, so let's check it out here. We could potentially go lower, honestly, because of the DXY, like I said, on the look at how that inverted, right? So pretty much talked about that before it happened, since it took SSL, and I said this could be a potential like 2022 model, and it just started distributing upwards. So that sort of gave us some low resistance, liquidity run lower. Let's see where it happens. It could pause here for a little bit, or it could just go for these highs. Right, so let's continue watching. Like maybe I could find another trade. Alright, pat myself on the back for that one. It was freaking crazy. Quick trade. I don't even know what that was. Those windows showing like news. Okay, so what else we got? You know, we just hit 50%, and that's pretty much where I took the money off. My stop was the swing high, really, pretty much because of it respecting this fair value gap. There was a change in state delivery. As well, just with the way that this move up was closed below on ES, especially here. So that's actually pretty nice to see. This one, this is what we call change in state delivery, because this is just on the really small time frame. Like the 1 minute. Right? This is a series of up close candles that took the high, purged liquidity. So these are the order blocks. Then we close below them. Close below. Actually, this is where pretty much price came back and rejected. So on ES was pretty good too. I just went with NQ because that's pretty much my choice most of the time. She was weaker also. I do like to short the weaker one, long the stronger one most of the time, or I just like to trade NQ most of the time. Okay, so let me lock that in on some of those accounts by making sure if I do take another trade, it'll be on a different account. Like I'm gonna lock in the $830 on those funded accounts. Okay. My favorite thing also is like when people are like, you're obviously stressed, or like you're like breathing, like, yeah, like, doesn't that then you can't say it's not real, right? Doesn't that show you it's real? Like I'm not trading paper or whatever. You know, like that guy who's gone around or like trading 50 contracts of NQ and like bag holding and everything. Like it's obvious he or 100 contracts of NQ, and it's obviously fake, and they're like, oh, this guy lost $50,000 NQ, and shows revenge trading and everything, and he has like no emotion. He's just like, that's obviously fake. Also, to trade like 100 contracts of NQ, you need like $30 million for right? No, I don't think you need that much margin. Never mind. But I'm just saying that's the underlying that's the underlying worth of those contracts, I believe. I don't think you need that much at all. You need 1,000. So you need $100,000 in your account at least. For like the cheaper, like affordable brokers. Yeah, you only need like $1,000 to trade one NQ contract intraday. That's like bare minimum then 100K. Anyway, we broke now this low, pre-market low with an FEG. You know, this could very well just reject from here. I would rather just like sort of wait for the reaction though, because I don't know. I do like to just see it, at least like wicking or such. This is a 3 minute. I think the 3 minutes cleaner probably. Okay. Okay. Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. Think you need a new one. You guys, my good sleep streak is like over. It's like horrible. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. But whatever. I had something to celebrate. Is like 3 days in a row of good sleep. So far so good with like NQ looking like it is likely to reject this area. I will continue monitoring it. You know, I really do like the 30-second recently. I'm sorry. Okay. I do. Maybe even the 15. Let's see what she's like. Okay, so unless we invert this, I'm not gonna get in more shorts. In fact, it could go higher. Yeah. I'm just looking at this tiny FEG here. You see, like, it respected pretty much still bullish order flow. Like, I'm not in the rush right now for that. Because as I've seen, it's like, okay, for DXY, this reminds me of another day. Literally the same thing. Same thing. I can't remember, but literally the same situation. I mean, we could even think about that as yesterday, but man, I can't tell you the exact day, but very similar situation. This happens a lot in DXY. Oh my god. I keep forgetting to change that. Thank you. Welcome, Rabbi, to the Bagel Club. Anyway, hope the tape reading is helpful a little bit now. Yeah, I mean, meh. No, this is a meh. Like, we took that sell side now, we inverted that. So we could actually... Continuation, we could have a move back higher now, because we did come back to 50%. Like, we don't have to completely fill the gap, right? So, yeah. Okay, honestly, pretty slick with where my exits were then. Like, that's pretty slick, right? Not too bad. Can't be complaining. I never complain, though. Or try not to. Okay. Yeah, so that's all good that it's now surging, like really pushing up higher. Okay, so that is indicative to me, really. We're probably going to... That was likely the low of the New York AM session, in my humble opinion. Right, so I'll just continue to monitor. It is difficult because of it's not that difficult. It is just annoying, a little bit annoying because of DXY. It's not like, you know, it's going the other way. But c'est la vie. It's happened a bunch of times here with indices, as we've seen. Okay, I think we're... Oh, I will definitely monitor this candle to see if we invert this 5-minute. Yeah, that could potentially have been the low of the New York AM session. To go and it could possibly get here. I mean, I think so. Like, that's not too much. That's not asking too much for NQ. It's like 80 points, right? So let's go to lower time frames right now. I mean, this still has 2 minutes, but you can't anticipate it happening. Yeah, you see it is 75, so that would be like a 24-point stop to make like a lot. See how it reacts. Alright, it is looking good. The wicking. Inverted this. Okay. This is what I'm thinking about. Inverted that, right? Yeah, I'm looking to probably get into some longs here soon. What is it, 10:03? I think I will. I'll probably put the stop there. Here, 75. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Okay. Gotta be quick here in this market. Really, yeah, so it's starting to expand now. Really good sign already. So let's see us hit this buy side, at least like pre-market high and such. I really just wanted to continue unraveling towards the upside. Let's see some, you know, large candles to the upside. And where my stop was is sort of just like the that inversion, right? The low of that on the 5. I mean, right now, yeah, look at that. Like, you see, I kind of like expected that 5-minute to invert, so I looked in the lower time frame to find before that 5-minute was over to get in. So anyway, let's see some expansion here. See, you know, I think could go for these highs for sure. Could probably get to even pre-market high. Not for sure. Nothing is for sure, right? I do think like it's possible to even get stopped out, but and mentally I'm okay with that. But I do know that it is low resistance liquidity run conditions. We filled in 50%. We had a strong move up, you know, and it's a favorable. It's like a favorable type of play. It's like around 2R. I mean, if I go for a pre-market high, I'm not asking for that trading view. Go for pre-market high, it's just 2.6. Go for that, it's 3. So, you know, partial and full. So let's watch it expand, right? Okay, so this trade, the second trade, I was a little bit more organized, so that's good. So I definitely would move my stop up, right? It shouldn't come back here at all. The 85s or so, yeah. We'll continue monitoring this. Right. Yeah. Okay. So now it's like, yeah, much lower. Don't think that I should come back here, honestly, but we'll have my stop like 83s or so. Yeah. Yeah, it should start ripping higher. So let's see. It's looking good. Can't complain. Right? What you doing? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just gonna continue watching. You know, and I have alerts here. Essentially, like what I do is when I hear the alert go off, I do just hit like sell ask as it's crossing up. Just because I've just found during that I can maybe catch a little bit more of that move and such. Like you can do whatever you want, but that's pretty much what I do. ICT did go over that in like his 2023 mentorship a little bit. So anyway, let's see if we start following, you know, bullish PD arrays. I do, yeah, that's why my stop is going to be like this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to continue monitoring. I don't have to talk the whole time. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at this candle. I think we're going to close above this. I think we should, on the 15, right? We had a decent dip lower. We should expand higher. Yeah. So I'm going to continue watching this expand and such. Let's see it happen. Pretty much had like you gotta be quick. You can see like where I got in. Pretty quickly started moving away. Okay, cool. Expansion higher. Fun. So I got the downside and the upside. Dude, #1 ASMR trading channel on YouTube, you guys. Alright, so now that we're sort of having a second leg up, yeah. I don't want to be too much of a micromanager. Right, so I'm just gonna chill a little bit. Yeah, but I can bring this lower here, up more. Yeah, because it's like, where would 3 PD arrays fail? Right? It would be like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so slow. 83. Tanya, you should take partials. I mean, no, I'm okay, bro. I feel okay. Right now it's like a 14-point stop. Chillin'. Like the 10-10 macro actually is supposed to be there. Yeah, DXY is coming back lower. I do look at different time frames just to see like potential areas where it could just retrace into. We have 5 more minutes in this 15-minute candle, so I'm being patient here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give like 5 more minutes for this to potentially reach here, right? So let's give it 10:15. And higher, right? So sorry for I do like to look at different time frames while I'm in trade, so sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, we could retrace into here again. It's not like my favorite thing to do to happen, but c'est la vie. Could happen, so I'm envisioning it. So I could potentially like take a partial, but I'm gonna wait until like 10:15 ish. Right? Still can come into here, especially here. I definitely think that there are people that were shorting here that are now in trouble and hold. I don't know how to style this, but I think this is fine. Let her rip. Right, 1, 2, 3. I mean, honestly, 3 Peteries would feel like here, so I mean, it's around the same. See how 10:15 treats us. All right, 3 more minutes. Expansion or not. About 21 points, pretty good. Like, I don't want it to be that kind of scenario where I just like, get out early and it keeps expanding, because it's a good day to hold for a little bit more, especially if I thought that this was the low of the morning. I'm pretty good at calling that, by the way, past few times on stream. Looking at just YM. YM's the weakest for sure. Okay. Back to NQ. Yeah, it's about to be like 10:15. It's gonna probably retrace, but whatever. Ugh, decisions. It's fine. It's retracing. Let's see that. See that reaction there. Gotta be patient. I'm totally okay with the risk here. I'm totally okay if it comes down and it stops me out. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think we're still bullish, so. Alright, pretty good dip down there. Let's see if at 10:15. See us just pop back up would be good, but I am cognizant of this. Let's see us rip above this. That looks good. Yeah, looks decent. I mean, whatever. Not yet, though. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold. It's not like a displacement. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna hold. Still looking good, you know. Just retraced. It makes sense. Not the price not just gonna go up like every minute. 10-15 mental game reminder, right? So you know, stay level-headed is that reminder. So it looks good, right? Looking good. Let's see it rip. Okay, let's see it rip now to here. And once it does that, then I'll likely like put stop here at break even or above break even. I mean, I'll take partial and then put stop above break even. The more it stalls, the less I like want to be in the trade, but it is looking fine for me still. So what did the 15-minute do? Yeah, I mean it closed above previous. It didn't get to high of day, so it's not that quick, but it's okay. These wicks are pretty nice here. Pretty decent. It's still not my favorite, but yeah, it's fine. Still fine. Still fine. I am watching DXY also. I mean, it's not like good because it's not really coming back down into that range bearishness, but meh. I'm still have the conviction in this. So let's see. And this is where I'm like not really relying on macros so much today, just because it's like high impact news day, right? So pretty much I'm gonna think that there's gonna be a lot of movement in the first hour until London close. That I'm not gonna have to rely on the last 10 minutes of the hour to deliver things, right? So yeah. Okay. Looks fine, you guys. You just have to stay patient. Partial will be taken there when it gets here. It's a fast morning, fast-paced morning. What's up with ES? How you doing? Yeah, let's get it. Let's go, ES. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, I'm just looking at the wicks in this balanced price range, getting bought up pretty okay, right? Pretty decently. So looks like it should expand higher again. Alright, so let's see if we get there. I don't need this anymore. Actually, don't need this anymore. It's too much clutter. Too much lipstick. So let's see us expand now. I mean, yeah, right there. I'm waiting for that high. 32. There we go. Sell ask. Okay, that's booked. Now, stop is at that leg. This leg low, essentially. In profit. Let's see if we can get to, you know, pre-market high. Continue expanding. Even here, but I mean, from here to here is just 12 points or so. Okay, so booked like 32 points there. Pretty good. On that contract. Pretty good, pretty good. Still have one more contract. So, yeah, no hindsight there. Let's see more expansion. NQ. She still has 11 minutes in this 15-minute candle. Like, I'm going to, you know, be patient. And again, now I'm going to think about where did 3 PD arrays fail now, right? We broke above this. So that would be 1. This FEG here. 1. Like, the thing I'm thinking about is like, do I put my stop here or here? You know, I'm okay with just putting it here because, you know, that is in profit still for me and it will cover costs. So I'd rather just do that. I mean, you could put it there. I mean, 1. to, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it here. This is a swing low. This is actually like really the swing low, right? This is not really a swing. No, not so much. Anyway, doesn't matter because it's low resistance. I'm on the right side of order flow. So we should see more expansion here. I mean, it is fun always when the chart, it's expanding near the high of the chart there, so it's funny looking. Right. That's a little bit of that example that I just said where you know, I will that's just sometimes how I'll trade recently. So I'll have that marked out and an alert. I'll just click like sell ask when it gets there. Right, was that the one I clicked? Yeah. Right, and you can actually see that exit there was pretty nice. Pretty much near that high, right? As it was pushing through it. Not bad. Okay. Let's get up here now. And here. Alright, so now I could probably, you know, trail more aggressively. But I mean, whatever. Like I could always just close it prematurely or whatever. I'm just chilling right now. Okay, we did really well. Tanya, non-stop talking. Yeah, I know. That's the life of a streamer. I like literally I couldn't sleep last night. I like went to bed at like 6 a.m. Got up at 8:30. So pretty good performance regarding that. And let me think. Can't think right now. Doesn't matter. I'm gotta monitor what I'm doing. How many more points to here, right? Like I do want to just start trailing pretty aggressively. Did we hit the high for ES yet? No. You laggard. You laggard. I mean, it looks fine. Anyway, let's continue watching this. Probably should start trailing more aggressively. Would be like 1. Probably I'm gonna put my stop at this FEG low. Okay. So what's that? It's the high of that candle. It's 1475. So I stop at like 1425 or whatever. So if anything happens, like I'll have booked 17 points. Anyway, let's see that continue expanding. Looking good. Right, holding pretty decently above at these highs. Still have all the CPI highs. You know, and generally just bullish. So pretty much called the low of the morning. Played it down to it actually. And the reversal, so pretty good. Can't my like perfectionist self is pleased, so that's something. Because I'm never happy. That might have been a little bit too morbid, I guess. Alright. Who's been watching me pretty much every day? I know there's a bunch of regulars here. Like we've been killing it. This is up 42 points now. Cool. So it's pretty much about the time I start more aggressively trailing this then to like this OB, right? Because it would be like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 24. I'll just put my stop there. It's because I'm not going to hold through a deep retracement on a day like today, where it should just, get there pretty smoothly. We'll see. I'm totally happy if I get stopped in profit. That will still be booking like 26 points. So. Right, because from here to here, that's what I want to measure. From here to here is like 14. So I don't really want to be risking more than like 14 handles from here anymore. So yeah. Yeah, that's just not what I want to do, just because like ES isn't even hit the hive day yet. So I'll just trail aggressively. And I'm okay if I get stopped on remainder. I didn't get stopped yet. Weird. Wait, what was that low? 24.25. Yeah, it hit that low exactly. So I put it like a point below, so I guess not yet. Totally can, though. Still's got time. Can come back. Can come back here, but I don't, like I said, I don't really want to live for that retracement. Now you're just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. There's nothing for me to do right now. Let it stop me out, or let it go to profit. That's something we would say in like elementary school when we'd have like a play. Like sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Yeah, I could come back into this area, but like I said, I don't really want to live to. I don't want to be around for it, really. Don't feel like it. I like my trades fast and easy. So we'll see if I end up getting stopped at like 2350 is my stop. Yeah, stopped for the rest. Okay, cool. W. And I'll just monitor and see what ends up happening here. I can still monitor and see. Does this end up being the area where it bounces? Or was I just like, or was I good in just in doing that? I did enter on the 32nd, so I'm going to trail on the 32nd as well. Just what I'm gonna do. Because to me, this was already balanced, so I don't want to hang around. Anyway, pretty good. Those executions make me pleased, satisfied. So, like I entered here, exited here, and then here. So, pretty good. Okay, time to take a little bit of a breather. And yeah, I didn't turn on my light today because I'm like, oh, like I said, I didn't barely got any sleep. So, pretty good performance considering, 2 hours of sleep, I would say. Still sharp-minded. Anyway, so this is what I also don't like so much is that, like, I had thought that this 15-minute candle would already expand to here by now, so that's why I don't really want to hang around for it the rest. Yeah. Anyway, let's check my phone. Yeah, I wonder how many people are watching, because I feel like today's like a lot more. Okay, 3K. Wow. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. If you enjoyed the show. If you're enjoying the show. If you learned anything, or at least it was good entertainment. Yeah, anyway, let's continue to see, you know, this is essentially where I got stopped out in this candle. And I was like, I don't really want to hang around much more. Good morning. What a pump already. Most of the target I was looking at for hit already most of your target. Yeah, exactly. Hit my target here. I'm happy that I did hold through this. I didn't take partial here. I held and I was okay here. Said that was normal. Took off here, and then I was like, okay, now I'll just start trailing aggressively. So pretty good. I'll still watch it though. Still watch it. Right, so it's not my favorite really because of the it's okay actually. It's pretty nice. It's actually pretty nice. It's like holding like the most upper PD raise pretty much. So I just trailed tightly. DXY, you know, back in the range. I think we called that pretty well. Can't really ask for much better. Right, because called DXY coming back up there, and then we shorted to pretty amazingly, honestly, where I got out, and then I said, okay, we're flipping long now. So where was that, right? Here. And then I booked that on this account, and then I switched accounts to move to the upside right there. So pretty good. Caught. I didn't even look at how much I made there. Okay. On the move down, 830. On the move up, 1215. Multiply by a few accounts. I don't really need to specify. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's about knowing what kind of conditions you're in. If you're in low resistance conditions, you have to get in quick. Light price will leave without you, right? Pretty quickly. Like here for the shorts, here for the longs. Yeah, and it's going well still for the upside, so nice to see. It just dipped. Maybe my stop was a little tight, but I don't care. They actually did get me there. Damn, they were watching my stream over there because they got me right at that low. Just joking. That was where like there was like a 2-minute FEG or something probably. Actually, no, I didn't even get into that one. Anyway, I'll continue watching this. Okay, let me check my phone now to see if anything relevant. Any questions? Concerns? Yo, Mark is so funny. Somebody asked. Someone asked if they use my code, does that mean a portion of your profits during the lifetime of your account gets distributed to me? No. Literally just like like a small percentage of the purchase of the account, like the one-time like purchase, not your profits. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Like I would be a freaking billionaire. I mean, not really, because most people actually blow up their accounts, but that would be so funny. What's up, T-Trades? You still watching? Hey Tanya, does daylight savings time change kill? So it's not for me. How do you determine session bias? Kind of like what I did here, right? Definitely looking at the... Okay, by the way, nice to see you. Buy side hit. Did anyone hold for that buy side? I'm sure some people did. So congrats if you did. Congrats to everyone that longed. Type in the chat if you caught longs today. Let's see. Ooh. Let's go Rapstar. Is ICT here today? He's probably cooking himself and... Who caught longs? Yes. Eating good with NQ. Let's get it. We're winning on the stream. We're killing it. Okay. Yes. Eating good with NQ. You guys are going to be featured on my Instagram story. Follow me, Tanya Trades, on Instagram if you want to see. Anyway, killed it. Still very happy with my performance. You know, a small part of me does get slightly annoyed at that stop out. That's like actually insane. Like right by the tick, right? See this 15-second. Kind of rude. At 23.50, was that the low? Exact low? Yeah, that's wild. It's okay. What can you do? Not much. Okay. Let's see if it ends up going for even higher. I mean, whatever. It's good if it does, then it'll be interesting. Like, we do have equal-bodied candles. That is liquidity. This is still liquidity. You know, I should just start marking, like, all-time highs again. So, someone asked, how do you determine session bias? Use DXY, use opening range gap. Good, right? That's pretty much where I got out of my shorts. And then once we saw this, and it's important to see displacement, right? I saw this inversion and market structure shift and FEG, like that's a good amount of confluences there. So I just got involved there. And that's all you can do. Very happy with this expansion. Very happy. Very pleased. Let's see if it ends up getting here. Yeah, probably did a little bit too tightly. Maybe I'll do it on... whatever, it doesn't really matter that much in the long run. It was like 1, 2, yeah, 3. Should 30-second. 1, 2, it's fine. I'm totally okay with that. So I hit that weekly body, this one level I marked out just now, so that's really cool to see that expansion. Would have been cooler if it did it from here, but whatever. Number 1 ASMR day trading channel on YouTube. You saw it here, folks. No hindsight. ICT's daughter, quote unquote. The lady ghost in the machine. Haha. Someone's gonna start rapping Eminem. Oh, he is here, ICT? Oh, I have so many questions today. That's wild. Tanya-san, I am a Japanese fan of you and your trading. Thank you so much for your live lecture. Wow. Shout out to Japan. I would love to go to Japan. Okay. I love how calm you are, says Rob. I hope I had that piece while trading. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I appreciate it. Like, I don't know how I am. I think, and that is not something that is part of my personality, by the way. That is definitely a learned skill. That is not natural for me to be this calm, right? Some people, like, I remember a few weeks ago, someone asked if I was an introvert. Like, bro, do you think like an introvert really like stream to 3,000 people and trade live and sing in front of people randomly? Not really, right? I was like also an RA in college. But yeah, but honestly, I did that for the free housing. So, as does everyone. Meaning I had to interact with a lot of people on a daily basis. Hey Tanya, great job, Tanya, says Big Boss. You're trading in front of 3,000 people. I could feel the stress. We're stressed too. That's so normal. The most important thing is to stay calm and focused during these times. Yeah, that's what I think. It's like okay to get a little bit emotional during your trades as long as you're not doing emotional trading, which means you're not letting it affect your, entries and exits so much. Okay, Pete Musgrove. So fascinating to watch you work. I have all the ICT all over my charts. Just a confusing mess that ends up throwing me off. Just choose the things that make sense to you. Mate. Well done for today. Thank you, Rabbit. Oh, Emilio. That makes me happy. My hero Tanya about to request a payout. Nice. That makes me the happiest. Tag me. I like it when people tag me in their payouts. That's the best. Because honestly, anyone can just pass an eval. Matt Christian, just discovered you today. Nice trades. Thanks for walking us to it. Tanya Princess Warrior, does it make it nervous seeing your streams gain in viewership? No, because it's kind of gradual, right? I kind of like that. It was nerve-wracking a little bit when it went from like 3,500 to like 5,000 one day. That was a lot. So I do like a little, and then I had to just take a little pause. That does get overwhelming. But especially if the audience is not well intending. So now I'm pretty comfortable. And I do know when I can literally see, I check out the chart. It gives me a little chart after the stream is over. What times the viewership really get up. And it's funny, like it pretty much is when I get into a trade, it does bump up a lot. So I do know that there's people texting friends or in their Discord groups being like, Tanya's in long, and then people come in and spy on me or whatever, or they like to just watch whatever. It's entertainment. I don't mind, but I just know that's what happens. Okay, bro. Like, what more would you guys want from me? Call the short and the long. I'm not even joking. Sometimes though, I do have conversations in my head with the live chat even after the stream is over. I mean, like last night I couldn't really sleep, and that's literally what I was essentially streaming in my head. So, anyway. Pretty much nice. Pretty nice. You guys, I finally recorded that risk management little PowerPoint. Castillo's gonna get back to me with the edited, and it should be out today. I think a lot of people what's my like number one asked question is probably what's my model? Right? I have a video on that, but if you're watching me, you can kind of tell it's not like always same day, same entry scenario it's finding out the narrative and then getting in line with the narrative with a well-defined risk, right? And that's something, it's a little bit advanced, I guess, but and using balanced price ranges. But like, a lot of times it's the 2022 model, a lot of times it's the silver bullet model, unicorn, whatever. Yeah, so. I don't know, like, I ended up deleting a lot. I don't know why. I had a lot of lipstick, but whatever. So this is essentially what ended up happening. I said, that's probably the low of the morning here. Inversion, took sell side, came to 50% of the opening range gap, closed above this inversion, market structure shifts, fair value gap, You know, I was doing on the 30-second, so it doesn't really matter if you did 1 minute or 30-second. You know, stop was here, first target there, second target here, third target here. You know, pretty simple, I would say, the reviewing for today. I would say I probably did trail a little bit too tightly, but I'm fine with it. Like I said, I am a perfectionist. Some things do drive me crazy. Like, I end up thinking about for the rest of this is actually why I need to like brain dump and journal after a session, because otherwise I will think about it the entire day, being like, oh man, that entry wasn't really in the fair value gap, it was like slightly there. It doesn't matter, okay? Like, the risk was still really good. But that is a struggle that I have within myself, an internal struggle. So being a little vulnerable. But no, I'm not so nervous. I would say I'm very talkative today because price is moving fast. And Tanya had caffeine. And not a lot of sleep. And there is, of course, some pressure. But pressure is good. Oh, okay, this is a good question. Carlos Sanchez. Have you had times in your development when you thought about quitting? How did you handle it? Oh yeah, several times. And there was even one point where you guys, like, I started applying for, no, actually, I never, this is how I knew I can't go back to, well, I can't get into a 9-to-5. Because my friend was also applying for jobs, and I was like, okay, I'll come to the library with you, whatever. Bro, I never even finished my resume. I was like looking at jobs, and I was like, oh my god, this sounds awful. I hate it. I don't want to do any of this. There is no plan B type of thing. Like, for the longest time, I did use my degree as a mental crutch. And that didn't help me in the development, because I was like, oh, I can always fall back on my degree. It's like, no. Like, there is no plan B. Then you're gonna take it much more seriously, right? So a lot of people ask, like, so what did you do to make money and whatever? So I did a lot of different things. I did personal assistant work. Horrible. Person was crazy, like a millionaire that was like actually crazy, calling me every day like 7 a.m. being like, money, are you awake? Money doesn't sleep. What's that movie, by the way? I never watched that movie. It's like an old 80s movie. Guy, money never sleeps, or whatever. Oh my god, just like helping him manage his businesses. And then tutoring, right? So I tutored calculus, physics, chemistry. I even walked dogs. I even like resold like some Taylor Swift merchandise that I would like, because I was in line for it anyway. And then I would have, like, you can get 2 per person, so I would like sell the second copy. High demand, so that made some money. But yeah, but you know, I did have a couple of internships and things like that for a long time. I did work for 3 years in a lab, and I did get paid for it during my college years. And I worked for, I think, 2 years in the emergency room department of doing like clinical research. But you know, pandemic hit, and I was actually in the middle of pivoting because I wanted to be pre-med. I wanted to be a doctor, actually. But I actually did decide in my senior year, actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to pivot to tech. And I had an internship at like a medical school. In February 2020 it started, and it was going to be in virtual reality and designing the virtual reality to help researchers like look at proteins and things like that, like in front of them, right? And augmented AR and VR augmented reality. But then, you know, COVID lockdown, and we couldn't do that anymore, so we ended up doing just like a more simpler project. I had a lot more time on my hands, and I started to learn trading. So anyway, what was really funny, if anyone wants to hear, it's that one of my cousins visited me in October, and he was like, "You should do an MBA." Right? He's actually really educated. He's like a professor at a medical school in pharmacology, has a PhD, etc. And I'm just like, what? Why? He's like, in case this like trading thing doesn't work out, like whatever. And I was just like, no, like there is no plan B. I was in such a different mindset. And I was just like, no, that's what I did in my head with my engineering degree. I'm not going to do MBA. By the way, it's the most weird advice to give me just randomly without knowing anything. And yeah, I was like, no. It's like, no, like that's my biggest thing is like, don't take advice from people that haven't done it and don't know and have no experience in that field, and don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. That's actually important for me right now to think about that. Don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from, right? Anyway, ended up working out, right? So far, so good. Nice. Oh, great. Your target was the all-time high up here? What do you mean this high? CPI high. I ended up, taking it off. It is totally different beast streaming, so that's just gonna happen sometimes. Or I'll take a position off to secure it. So whatever. So right now it's about to be 10:50 macro to London close. Huh. At least I had a bagel. You guys, I'm not even joking. I couldn't sleep. And that definitely is tied to CPI. Because last times I couldn't sleep was FOMC and NFP. And it's just anticipation, excitement too. And what I did at 6 a.m., I was like, okay, I'm going to try to go to sleep again. But in the meantime, I'm going to Uber Eats a bagel here to come at 8:30 when I wake up. And that was perfect. Perfect idea. So I had like half a bagel, pastrami, and eggs and Swiss cheese. Presented by Retail Rick is funny. Yes, does. Wonderful M Pod. I don't know what that is. Wall Street. Yo, if anyone here is watching from Wall Street, like invite me to the New York Stock Exchange already. I don't know how influencers get invited there. It is funny. It is cool. Someone invite me there. I live here. Let's see. Is there any type of... Yo, look at YM. Six Sister. I'm happy she caught up though, because I remember looking when she was here. So this is what... Huh. Right, that's a daily breaker block, and I said I wanted it to quickly start displacing away, and it's not, so this is likely going to fail, and we'll go for more sell side. Right, so we're likely going for like all-time highs in the coming week or so, unless like the meme stocks decide to break the stock market. By the way, how are they doing? Oh, really? They're down today. GME is down 32%. So I don't really mess around. And AMC's down 25%. Yeah, it's just like huge volatility. A lot of emotions in the meme stocks. I don't really recommend. From someone that did trade them quite often in 2021. Okay, let's see. Did Castillo send me anything else? Not probably going to. Thank you for your great time. From your time, only few were able to do this. Great work, demo trainer. Thank you. I find it interesting to hear your speaking has improved since learning to trade. This is ICT. My speaking. My speaking has improved since learning to trade. I don't know what that really means. My speaking. What's all those indicators? TLOL says BF. Yeah, I'll keep like EMAs and VWAP on the stocks just because I'm not going to chart FEGs on every single stock. So I want to just look at general trend. I'm not using them to trade. It's just a quick glance. I'm not taking time to mark out weekly or daily 15 minutes, whatever. So anyway, in contrast to this, ICT said, in contrast to Twitter Spaces, you would sound less confident then. Oh yeah, you guys, ICT knows me since like Twitter Spaces time. Like he on ICT Concepts Twitter Space, he hosted one time, for women, and he was listening. I remember that. Oh my god, what a time! A lot of growth there for sure. You definitely have more confidence. That's what streaming has helped with a little bit, I'd say. Confidence. But yeah, good to reflect. I remember I was talking about my uncle, right? That he was an options trader. He's very well off, and he actually was detrimental to my development. He caused a lot of mental anguish, actually, because any win I would get into, he'd be like, you should have risked more, then you would have made this much. And whatever. Like, maybe they didn't really learn anything. He actually asked to learn his strategy. He didn't. He made some excuse. He's like, oh, the market's not that great now. I'm not trading so much now. And so then, yeah, I don't really talk to him anymore. It's so bad too. If you have a win, also this is what I struggle with too, because of the perfectionism. If you have a win, pat yourself on the back. It's so bad to feel bad about a win. Okay, that's awful for your psychology. That's why I'm happy I don't trade options anymore, because that's an easy way to look at a contract's value later on, see it triple from where you sold it, and feel bad about your win. So yeah, avoid people that make you stressed out or anything, or cause mental anguish. I quit that personal assistant job like July 2022. Yeah, and then I started trading full time essentially. And yeah, it was causing me literal really bad headaches. Like ice pick headaches. I would get like 15 headaches a night. Like stabbing for like it would last like 3 seconds, but it would be like someone stabbing your brain with an ice pick. That's why it's called that. And I would get like 15 at night. Like literally not. And that job was just making me anxious, or it drove me crazy, honestly. So guess what? After I quit it, the headaches disappeared. What a surprise. Yeah, so I wouldn't really look too much at reversals. We already caught the reversal in the morning. Do you think that was the low of the day? You know, stay safe, everyone. This is 11. I will check to see if any more questions. Okay, that's pretty much it. Cool. Stay tuned. I'll be posting today that risk management video, and stay safe. Don't be a degenerate, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 9:15. Ciao.